up? It's your girl, J Red, and I have my girl with me, Dutchess. And you're tuned into the Sit Down. Today we're going to talk about police brutality. That's what we're going to start off with. And because it goes on. It's been going on for a long time. We notice it a lot more now because we have camera phones. And so everywhere you go, we can pull out our cameras and we see it live and direct. But there was a time where there was no camera phones and there was no cameras, but they've always been doing it. It doesn't seem like it's going to come to an end, but what we want to do is take precaution, even though there are times where you do nothing wrong and they still come at you, right? So what would you say, Dutchess, that we could do on our end to at least minimize, because it's not going to end, right. But at least minimize it?
I definitely think we need to educate on a different level. Mm-hmm. And by that I mean not just saying, okay, the police are out here doing bad things, so stay away from them or do this. We need to educate our people and our children to make sure that everything we do is aligned with what we're supposed to be doing. So if they do something wrong, we will have something to stand on.
Right.
So, and like she just said, even when we don't do something, they still do things. But as soon as we halfway resist, for instance, if you're on the ground and they standing on your neck and got your hand behind your back twisted, of course you're going to move because that's pain. So they're going to be like, oh, you're resisting. Things like that are out of our control.
Right.
But situations to where that we actually can control, as far as our mouths. If you cops, while we're in the process of talking, because all that's going to do is escalate the situation.
Right.
So take that moment and just take it in. So that when it's on camera and it's being presented, they have little evidence against you opposed to against them. And once we come together as people, as unity, sooner or later, they're going to have to sit down after we rise up.
Because the whole main focus is for us to stay alive to see another day, right? And I know in most instances, the laws are wrong, but sometimes you have to go with the mind frame, the customer's always right, and treat the lawman like the customer. You know what I'm saying? And yes, you might be bigger and badder than the officer, but you want to live to see another day. So regardless of what he says, if you don't let it escalate, you might get a slap on the wrist, a ticket, maybe even go to jail, but you're still alive, right? So what you want to do is just let them do their job. Eventually, if the Lord says the same, that it'll end up in your favor and we stay alive. That's the main focus, is staying alive.
Because at the end of the day, you can cash that check, that lawsuit that you won, but when you got to spend it without that loved one, what is it really worth? So make sure that, we're coming together. We're talking to our children. We're talking to our loved ones. Queens, support your kings and let them know. And don't get me wrong, I understand there's certain situations that, again, are out of our control, but do your best to try to find a mediator. That way, if something gets out of hand, call that mediator opposed to calling the laws. Because when they come, you don't know what they're coming for. They could have just left a situation already aggressive, so you call the laws and already, they done killed your husband or then battered your wife. You know what I'm saying? So find a mediator that you can talk to when things get too rough to where, can y'all come help us with this situation or not right quick, so that we don't have to involve them? Because once you get them involved, you don't know what's going to come after that.
Right. And you know what? Since we've been having camera phones and stuff like that, and stuff happens all the time, I find myself calling my mate more often, to see if he all right, if he okay. I know he probably think that I'm calling to check and see where he at, but it's a lot of times, if you don't come back when you say you're going to come back, we need to know that you're all right, because the laws is pulling people over for no apparent reason. They had, they're just having a bad day, and so they want to pull you over and mess with you. And I check on him all the time. Are you okay? Like, I just want to know that you're all right. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. And like you say, you just go with the flow with the law, man. Let them do what they gonna do. Let them do their job. Don't escalate it more. You're not big and bad in this situation. Just the bigger, badder person walks away. If you really want to be technical, the bigger and badder person walks away to see another day. You know what I'm saying? So let them do their job.
Indeed.
That's what they're here for. They're not going nowhere. So we need to do that. But on another note, Trey the Truth went to Booker T. Washington and covered 13 graduation caps and gowns. And let's give him a round of applause, because he does awesome work in Houston. He signed under T.I., right? Yeah, he signed under T.I., so he's like back and forth between Houston and Atlanta. But like when Houston has a storm and they're flooding out, He goes and gets transportation for them. He gets food for the homeless. He has Trey Day where he does a lot for the community. And, that's not the first round. He always does something like that. But on another note, he's been banned from Houston's radio station. So I'm like, after all he does in the community, they still don't want to play his music on the radio station. I think that's kind of chopped and screwed, right? But
it goes with what we have going on now. Most of the time when somebody's trying to do something good, they try to cut them off real quick. Not saying that that's the whole situation, but I mean, if you look at it, it is what it is. Anybody that's trying to help elevate our people or do something positive, therefore we definitely show him love and respect for what he is doing. And we gonna keep rocking your music in Killeen, Texas.
Right. Not only Trey the Truth, but Robert F. Smith pledges to pay off Morehouse loans. He's a billionaire. I'm not sure what state or whatever he's out of, but he helped them pay off their loans, and I know they were super excited about that.
Morehouse, right?
Yeah, super excited about that, because loans can be paying off for a lifetime for loans, right?
Right, indeed.
So, okay, our next topic is appropriate business etiquette. Now, do you want to break that down for us?
Okay. It can be broke down many ways. I will start from my perspective, truth. When you are doing business, and I will start with the opposite sex, make sure that how you conduct yourself is appropriate. Mm-hmm. Being a female artist, and I know you can attest to this, sometimes when you walk into a situation with males, they're not looking at your craft. They're not looking at your potential.
Right.
So therefore, make sure you keep yourself intact. If you want to perform, make sure when you go to your shows, what you want to present, make sure that's what you're presenting. If you want to be respectful and want to be respected, make sure that's what you're doing. Now, if you go to the studio to record and it's 15 dudes, you know what I'm saying, and you come in there with some shorts on and a tank top up here, and you want to smoke and drink, think about your business etiquette. Mm-hmm. If you are working with someone who they're in a situation, or they're married, or they have a relationship, make sure that you keep it professional. Mm-hmm. Make sure you do that. Don't just, let me see if I can give a little, because it's not going to work like that. You'll end up giving everything you got and getting nothing back in return.
Right. I agree with that. Let's see. I'll say some business etiquette. Let's see. Perfect example. Oh, gosh, I just went blank that fast.
Happens all the time.
Dang. Perfect example. Okay, business etiquette. I have one. So say I do a lot of events in Killeen. Have been doing them for years. So it was one particular year where I already had my flyer out, and I was doing it on this particular day. And I had called around and asked everybody, was there anybody doing any events on this day? And they had told me no. Well, then all of a sudden I see a flyer, and they doing the event on the same day in the same park. Yeah, so we was doing the events on the same day, same park. And I just felt like we should have had communication there because I'm well known in the city. The group that did it was well known in the city. You know what I'm saying? I had already asked people, is anybody doing an event? Is anybody doing an event? And when I started seeing the flyers, and you know, when I see a flyer that's close to the day of mine, you know, I try to make sure that it's not on the same day. And if it is on the same day, can we collab? You know,
right.
I even tried that and it didn't work out, but luckily both events was live, and you know they came to both events. So I think that, you know, that business etiquette, business etiquette, you should like know what's going on in your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? So
Indeed.
You know
do
not
your
to
research.
bump heads with
Right.
That's just like me having a barbershop on Rancier and somebody come right next door. You know?
Right.
It's not good to do that.
It's not about competing, it's about supporting.
Right.
So therefore if J Red has an event on Friday, I'm not gonna set up something on Friday. I'm gonna set up something on Saturday. Go to her event on Friday, then she gonna come to mine on Saturday. You know, we showing love to each other. We're not here to compete. So
Right. Okay, let's see. Do we want to talk about Black love today? Are you in a love mood?
I'm always in the love mood. Always.
Well, okay, let's see.
Well, first I want to say, fam, she will be getting married. So congratulations, love. Congratulations on that. That is definitely something, you know, that speaks volumes. And I respect, again, Black love and Black unity, royal love. The first thing that comes to mind when I hear Black love is resilience. You know, it's strong. It's able to bend back from everything that it's been put through. So everybody who is standing on, I'm talking about really standing on it. I salute you.
I like the Black love that's been married for like 40 and 50 years.
Right.
And they tell you a story behind it, and they always say, you know what I'm saying, no, it wasn't good through the whole thing, but we made it through the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to work through it, because it's going to be some testing times. Yes. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be some testing times.
That's what a lot of people think when it comes to love. They think it's always sunshine.
No.
Always. But it's not. And the hard times, the rainy days, is what makes you stronger and helps you grow and get through those times. But, you know, the generation that we're in now, that's not being taught. Everybody wants a picture-perfect relationship. And it's not going to happen because none of us are perfect. We're all going to make mistakes at some point in time. Right. We have to learn and grow.
Yeah, because if you talk to some people that was married 30 and 40 years and still married to today, they going to tell you it wasn't all like that.
Right.
It wasn't all like that.
Man, my grandparents, I'm blessed to still both of my grandparents here. And man, I don't know what it is, but us older women, my grandfather, he's 74, my grandmother's 81. But hey, let me tell you, she takes care of him. He's a retired vet, and I've learned so much just by viewing their relationship. Like, I mean, so much. I've unconditional love, I will say that. And that's what a lot of relationships lack now, is unconditional love. Can you love that person? Rain, sleet, snow, hurt, pain, you know, good days, bad days, pretty days, ugly days,
broke, rich,
right? You know, and
that's the main thing. That's
the main thing.
Finances. I have read that finances is one of the main
number one reason why people get divorced. Yes.
And that's crazy. You know what? Me and mine, we was broke together, all the way broke together. You mean? And you know, when we got that bread, we still stayed together. You know, still, for real. My grandparents, they've been together since they was 18. My grandpa was 18. My grandma was 16. They almost 90 now. They still together. Still stay in the same house they bought together. Like, that, I love that. I love to see them kind of couple. You know what? I want to talk to the men for a second. Men, when you want to be good to your woman, you need to get some people around you that's what they
stand on,
desire. Stand on and desire. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're around people that don't respect women and stuff like that, it's gonna feed into you. if you're around older people and you see how they treat you're going to fall just in line just like that. So if y'all having questions out there like, you know what I'm saying, yeah, I want to be in love one day, but it just ain't working in my favor, you know what I'm saying, y'all need to get surrounded by positive people that's going to feed that life into you. It always works in any given situation too. Now, I'm not just talking about black love, but anything that you trying to put your mind into, say that you want to be rich, you know what I'm saying, or you want to have a good career. You need to rub elbows with people that have the same mindset like that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're around people that's negative, it's gonna drain you. It's gonna drain you.
And since my fellow queen, she spoke on the men, sisters. Mm-hmm. If you want your relationship to work, stay away from single friends. Mm-hmm. And I say that, not saying you cannot have single friends, but don't mingle with them too much, because while they're out doing them, they're going to want you to do you too. Mm-hmm. But guess what? As soon as they get somebody, baby, they're not going to be answering the phone when you call them, because now you single, because you and your man been beefing because of what they had going on, and now you single, but now they booed up, and now they don't even want to kick it no more. So make sure you keep your single issues out of your relationship. Mm-hmm. Don't bring that, you know what I'm saying? Or even if you have a female friend, she's in a relationship, just because her and her dude get into it, that don't mean you got to go home and start questioning your dude or getting into it with him like, well, she said that this is this and they was at the barbershop, so what do you think about this? You are bringing and creating an issue that doesn't even exist. When you know your man, you know what he will or will not do. So therefore, keep all that extra out of your relationship. When you are a female, make sure that you surround yourself around strong women. Mm-hmm. A woman to where if you're going through with your man, she can either, if you're religious, she can pray with you. Mm-hmm. If not the kind of female, but, well, F him, let's go to the club. Right. Like, I got a homeboy for you. Stay away from people like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That was a good conversation right there. I like
that
one.
Black love, I stand for it all day.
Well, it was so good to see a lot of the kids graduating from school today, the kindergartens even. And as it comes close to the summertime, we want to remind you to watch your kids by the swimming pool, and also check your back seat before leaving to go to work. It's a lot of parents, you know, I hear stories all the time. They done left their baby in the back seat, and, you know, they didn't catch the baby. Somebody else caught the baby, or by the time they came back to the car at the end of the day, they forgot to take their baby to the daycare. Don't let that be you, guys. Check your surroundings. Don't let nobody block your blessings. Until next time, this is the Sit Down. I am J Red, and thank you for Dutchess for coming with me today.
Thank you for having me.
We'll see you next time.
Well, everybody, welcome back, man. You tuned in to the Sit Down. It's your boy, Mr. Money Works, and I'm here with our guest today, man. Tell them your name. Tell them where you from, man.
They call me on Facebook Be Great on Purpose or Vantonio Fraley, but I'm here.
Okay, bro. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
Man, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a lover of people. I'm a lover of the city, and I'm about pushing the culture forward.
So how did you get into entrepreneurship?
Oh, man. See, entrepreneurship, I got into it because I was sick and tired of getting played in the system. So I wanted to figure out how to escape the plantation.
Right.
So if you can't beat them, you join them.
Right.
And the way the system in America is set up is entrepreneurs, they're the 1%. The other people are the 99%, simple as put.
And explain to people that probably don't know when you say the 1% and the 99%, like explain to them what that means and try to give a little, let's try to highlight that a little bit about the 1% and the 99%. And I'll give you some more, you know, on that though.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So the simplest way, they say 1% of 1% of Americans own all the jobs. The other 99%, we work those jobs. The 1%, they have most of the income. 99% of the income.
Now, so what that means is, what essentially happens is, you have 1% of America who has ownership that creates jobs, that creates these revenues, that are in the 6 figures and 8 figures and 10 figures. There's 1% of America that does that. And you can be a part of this 1%. Because that other 99% is the consumer. You were the one who out here working a job and going to buy the Jordan as soon as they come out, versus me who gonna go get these Nikes, you know what I'm saying, and then try to go buy a part of the stock of Jordan. You feel me?
Exactly.
I just went from 99 from 1% to 99. It's simple. From 99 to 1%, it's pretty simple. But you got to figure out, you know, in your life, you got to figure out your finances, and then you got to kind of, you know, it takes some studying. You know what I'm saying? But it is very, very much.
To me, it comes down to a mentality.
Right.
Because you first got to make that mentality shift.
Right.
And that's the free part.
And a lot of people give up fast. They give up easy.
What?
So you
the
can
IQ. I call it the IQ.
Right.
How fast you quit.
Yeah.
What's your IQ?
Yeah. And a lot of people don't have that. They don't have that drive. Okay, so where did you come up with the name, you know, Be Great on Purpose? Where did you get that? Because that's your Facebook name. So, like, it has to connect with you as a person to be able to say, yo, look, every time you see me, I want you to be able to say, Be Great on Purpose. Like, that makes you, because that makes you to have, like, just not a name that's more like a tagline. Like, be great on purpose.
It's a mantra.
So you're giving people, you know, a reason to be great. Like, be great on purpose. Do this because that's what you should be doing. Like, tell us a little bit why you got into that name.
So Be Great on Purpose was for me because I've been on rock bottom. I've been down and out.
Right.
And like they say, most of us quit. I saw a Facebook meme today that said, nothing's harder than when a person's trying to do right.
Right.
You know, when I made the decision I just simply made the decision that I wasn't going to try to cheat the system, beat the system, try to take the shortcuts, because I got locked up.
Yeah, you tried that. You tried that.
I got
you
locked
tried that. It didn't work.
I've been incarcerated 15 times.
Y'all already know my story. We ain't even about to get into that. Look, we done lost. But to the entrepreneur mind comes from people who have took chances. Because you got to be able to take chances.
Okay, so really, when Jay-Z said that line, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman.
Yes.
I said, what?
Yes.
What the
hell? Let me handle my business.
Yes, then let me handle my business.
What the hell does that mean? And then I watched the interview, he said, yeah, I'm a walking billboard, so everything I wear I want to own. So that's when he had the S. Carters out, he had the Rockaware. I'm like, oh,
and this is 2000. This is 2000,
okay.
99, 2000,
yeah, okay. I'm seeing where this is going. Then when you talk about, so basically, when it was about 9 years ago for me, maybe 10, when I hit my rock bottom. And of course, everybody else, the 99%, they told me 3 things: go get a job, pray about it, or go back to school.
No one ever gave you nothing.
But the crazy thing is, I went to church. I was 3 years in a row. I went to church Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday.
Yeah.
Attending. And I'm going through my downward spiral. And I'm literally asking these people for help. Mm-hmm. And it's like, they can't hear me.
Right.
Oh, boy, you're doing good. You're looking good.
They don't see the...
Bruh. I'm sleeping outside.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I need some help, bro.
Yeah, I need some help. I'm cutting your grass. Can I watch your car? I'm at the church. And then I got to my final point where it's like, man, it say, oh, we taking a special 5th Sunday offering for the homeless shelter. And nothing against the homeless shelter, but I'm like, man,
you homeless.
If you turn on the church camera, you will see me sleeping right in front of the doorstep because that's the safest place I knew.
Yeah.
If you ever had to sleep outside,
oh yeah, been there.
Been
there. Yeah, it get real.
I ain't claiming to be no gangster, but ain't nobody just ran up on me.
Speak your truth, bro.
But bro, that's some scary shit when you got to sleep outside.
Yeah, it get real.
You ain't scared. I'm talking about. Man, my parents ain't let me. Ain't nobody. I'm outside. I went to church in Harker Heights at this place called Cornerstone. Y'all know the paintball place.
Yeah.
It's on that same road.
Okay.
So that's the safest place I found in the city.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping out there. You got little foxes howling, little deers.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on. Yeah.
Oh.
On your way.
When I'm on go to YouTube, I'm giving my best shot in the moment. Versus saying,
I don't know how to do it.
and not even giving it a shot.
And not giving myself an avenue for another opportunity.
I lost my tooth 5 years ago. And it was a key part to my growing. I ran for Nike. I was hosting clubs here. So I had girls. I had people come to talk to me, work at the radio station. I lose my tooth. Oh, it's a whole different situation. Now it becomes, oh, you do pills, you a crackhead, you... The value just... But it was God's way of humbling me.
No, see.
Because before, I didn't have no value in myself, but I had value in my Cadillac I was pushing. I had value in my shoes. In my little fly gear. I had value in this chick that was at the club every week, half naked, didn't even value herself, but hell, I can't tell her value when I don't even know my value.
Because all of these things make your value.
So, when I discovered goals, it gave me purpose, and it gave me something to be progressive towards. So each time I got better, I was happy, no matter what my situation was. So as I continue to grow towards my goal, even right now, I'm constantly getting closer and closer. I set little goals every day.
Speaking of that, we're gonna tap in. We got another question. So, what projects you working on right now?
Okay, I'm working on bringing the teen center here.
Okay. Is there any way that the viewers can tap in and help? Like,
we have a GoFundMe.
Okay, we'll make sure it'll be down at the bottom. Y'all make sure y'all click on the GoFundMe. Shit, 5 cent, 10 cent, 15, 20. Shoot something. You hear me?
No. If you have a skill, if you have a talent, if you have something you're willing to teach these teens that can help them get ahead, we're looking for you.
Okay, so we'll make sure we have our info. All right, so just a few quick ones. Kind of running out of time, but we're going to get close. So just a few taps in, bro. I want you to speak on this. So how do y'all feel about clean closing the homeless shelter?
I mean, I think I'm going to make it quick. It's one of the most crucial things. Like, come on, man. Like, for real, man. That show you really where humanity at.
Really made.
Ice gone, in the city, Hong Kong, ain't cars, in the city, 7,000 miles, bank account, 20. Yeah. Big hoes, nice cars, one God, Sin City, smoke drove, ball hard, bank car, Sin City, these hoes, 1,000 likes, bank account, $20, Sin City, Sin City, Sin City, Sin City, big hoes, nice cars, one God, Sin City, smoke drove, ball hard, bank car, Sin City, these hoes, 1,000 likes, bank account, $20, Sin City, Sin City, Sin City, Sin City. We don't care who you are, wanna know who you are. We don't care if you rap, if you ain't got a bar, nigga. Everyone knew, but you don't need a car. You go walk in the mall or run into a star. Atlanta, Georgia, this the city of dreams. Everyone hungry and getting the green. Cash ruling everything. Making it, you need a team. Come if you rapping and come if you sing. Come if you hustle and chasing the green. If you a model and chasing the screen. Smile for the camera on every scene. Take you a shot in Atlanta. Make sure that you hit it. Junior be snapping, so I'ma keep snapping, cause I gotta get it. I got big hoes, nice cars, one God, Sin City, smoke drove, ball hard, bank car, Sin City, these hoes, 1,000 likes, bank account, $20, Sin City, Sin City, Sin City, Sin City. You want some money, come get it. Ay. This city is with it. Ay. I know some scrippers that's with it. Yeah. Scrippers that's with it. Yeah. ATL right on my fitted. Ay. On my fitted. Ay. Took me a shot and I hit it. Bow. Shot and I hit it. You want some money, come get it. The city is with it. I know some strippers that's with it. Strippers that's with it. ATL right on my fitted. Ay, on my fitted. Took me a shot and I hit it. Shot and I hit it. Thick hoes, nice cars, one God, Sin City, smoke dro, ball hard, bank car, Sin City. These hoes, 1,000 likes, bank account, $20, Sin City, Sin City, Sin City, Sin City. My first show at my school, nigga, I fucked up like 8 Mile. By the end of the movie, nigga turned up on them like 8 Mile. My friends told me it's cool, Junior, you ain't hit it, hit it, hit it. Junior be snapping, so I'ma keep snapping, cause I gotta get it, get it, get it. I do it for them with their hands in the sky. Cash in the bank, it's a lot I could buy. Junior be snapping, but I never tried. Junior the realest and I never lied. Sin City, bitch, we in the ice. Some people we real and some people be fake. Some niggas is bout it, a lot of them play. Some niggas is straight and a lot of them pause, because Junior get bitches. Keep talking shit in your business. My witness on campus, I'm plotting and making a hit list. And money is dirty, ain't fucking with snitches. I turn up on whoever doubted. I show up, I'm snapping, I'm in and I'm out of them. Junior be snapping, little bitch, I am bout it. The money I'm racking and stacking and I got thick hoes, nice cars, one God, Sin City, smoke dro, ball hard, bank card, Sin City. These hoes, 1,000 likes, bank account, $20, Sin City, Sin City, Sin City.